Hey everyone, it's Ryan here. In today's video, I wanted to show you guys just a quick rundown on how I run the numbers on rental properties, investment properties. I have this nice spreadsheet that I use right here that's actually a Google Sheets spreadsheet. I should be able to have it available in the description for you guys to download and use yourself. It's one of the quickest ways I've found to be able to run the numbers on properties. I also have an app on my phone that I use, just check really quick. It's called Ballpark Deal that I use to find deals and stuff like that. So just do a quick rundown. So the property that I purchased it for 174,900. And so you just add that into the purchase price right here. The only areas on the spreadsheet that you edit are the blue ones. So I edit that. I know that my interest rate, now this was back in COVID times, 2021, I got a 3.5. You may be putting in interest rates more like a 7.5 nowadays. And then for me, I had a down payment of 15%. So I put in 15% here. Now it's only the blue areas that you edit. If you edit anywhere in the white or the green, you're going to screw things up. You'll have to re-download, make a copy, stuff like that to add this Google Sheet back to your spreadsheets. I use Google Sheets just because it's easy. It syncs up with all my stuff on Google Drive. That's where I host all of my stuff for property management. So we have our loan term. This one was just a conventional loan, so I had it for 30 years. The income for me, I'm living in one half, renting out a half, so I'm only getting $1,200. That's coming from the other half. If I rent out the half I'm living in, I could rent it for a minimum of 800, which would change my numbers. But for now, I'm just going to put 1,200. Vacancy allowance, I shoot for 7%. That's generally what people do across the board. You can bump that up if you want. I'm going to keep it at 7. Maintenance reserve, I use 10% just to make sure I have funds available for any maintenance items. Management fee, I pay myself to do property management. I account for that because the one thing that I remember is if you're familiar with Bigger Pockets, there's a guy named Brandon Turner, the original host of the podcast. I remember him talking about how he had originally not accounted for property management fees in his properties. And then it really hit his cash flow later on when he decided that he wanted to bring on property management because that's 10% compounded onto every single unit of his real estate portfolio that was not accounted for. So I account for 10% management fee and I pay myself that. Property taxes, about 150. Insurance, about 150. This is already accounted for in my mortgage payment. That's something you should check with your lender, see if that's already accounted for. Because if we look over here, my monthly payment is 668. I know I'm paying about 951 right now. These are already accounted for, but it never hurts to be safe and account for more. If you want to account for any utilities, you can. I don't pay any utilities. I leave that to the tenant to pay. I always buy properties that are separately metered, or I make them separately metered to make sure that I do not have to worry about that liability because I have my maintenance reserve to take care of any water heaters or furnaces. But at the end of the day, I don't know how much they're going to use, so I leave it to them. So if we go down here, it's kind of hard to see because I have my camera right here. See if I can move it. We have our cash to purchase, which was required down payment of 26,235. Closing costs will be 4,460, and the total cash required for this deal would be 30,695. If we scroll back up, we know that we're getting a negative cash flow of $91. Now, that is negative right now, but that's with one half rented out. I mean, I've got all the costs covered. It's literally only going to cost me $91 a month to live in this property. So that's just a rundown of a house hacking method. Now, of course, if I had both sides rented out, that would change the numbers a bit and I'd be cash flowing 492. Bear in mind, I'm buying this property in the Midwest, so these numbers may seem really crazy to you. If you do live in a state where properties are a lot more expensive, this one was only 174, and I was also buying it during COVID with a really low interest rate. Now, if we want to bring it up to today's rates, just a 7%, you'd notice that it would change it quite a bit. So that's just a quick rundown. I should have this available in the description. If you want to get a deeper dive analysis of the numbers, there's also this financial analysis page. I'm not going to go into that in this video. This video is just to cover this quick analysis. Feel free to let me know if you need anything. I'd love to have a conversation about the spreadsheet in the comments, and feel free to let me know if you have any other ideas for future videos, and hopefully this helped you. See you guys in the next video.